The opinions expressed on the Custody Queen Show are for informational purposes only and are not a substitute for personal, professional legal advice. The persons discussed are fictional and not based on actual clients.
Thought it was love, had kids in between. You can count on us, we're the Custody Queens. Yeah, you can count on us, we're the Custody Queens.
Good morning, everyone. It is the Custody Queens and Elvis. I mean, what a great way to start the day. You guys are in for such a treat. We have Chad Collins from the Las Vegas Wedding Chapel joining us today.
Welcome, Chad.
Welcome. How's it going?
It is going. I am just so excited to be sitting here right now.
In the presence of Elvis.
It's good to be alive.
And I was just telling Elvis, Chad, that I think when I was 8 or 9, I did a movie called Elvis and Me. I did a little bit of acting when I was younger. My mom used to drive me to LA back and forth all the time. But I was actually in a movie, and I didn't even think about it until they told me that we were going to be filming with Elvis. And I was like, oh. So it was called Elvis and Me. I played Priscilla's sister, and you can actually find it on YouTube.
Can we put that on our site?
Yeah, but I don't.
We should.
You have to. It's in like 20-minute increments. That's the funny part. I haven't invested in actually buying it. I think my mom has it on VHS somewhere because that's how old it is. But it just brought back a lot of memories sitting here.
All right, so before we get into today's show, let's do highs and lows, a week in review.
All right, so Chad, you get to start with telling us something in the last week or so that was your high and maybe your low.
Oh, interesting. Well, wow. Well, my high was performing on stage last night. I have a country rock band I play with at Gillies quite often. So there was a packed house last night for a NASCAR weekend here in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
And my low for the week, that was my daughter getting sick this morning, freaking me out, making me late for this.
Well, there is nothing worse when they're so young and it's your first go around and you're so scared for everything. I remember that. But babies are resilient, so you did the right thing. I can tell you my low for the last week or so was, seeing your kids just not feel good. It's one of the hardest things as a parent. So that was one of my lows. And highs is being in Sin City with Elvis. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. And we're on Go Country, so next time we'll have to have you on and perform with your country band.
I'd be honored.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, Sam, what was your high and low?
My high is obviously being here. I love Sin City. I love coming to Vegas with my partner in crime, Kristen. So that would be my high. My low, I know my low.
I know your low.
What's my low?
Forgetting your cell phone in your boyfriend's car on the way to the airport.
That wasn't my low. That's just a day-to-day me just being
me trying to track her down.
Wildly irresponsible outside of my work environment. I will say my low has been absolutely trashing my feet carrying your suitcase. So we had 3 carry-ons each, and I knew better because Kristen, she packs and her suitcase has a suitcase. So she brought 3 suitcases and I brought 1.
But hers is twice the size of mine.
Yeah, mine's giant. But I brought 1 knowing I need to probably carry hers. But I have just been trashing my feet.
No, it's one of those, if anyone knows the way I pack, which I'm sure I've talked about on the show, but when, our producer's like, okay, you need to, be ready for anything. And I don't pack outfits. So I literally just go to my wardrobe, where we film in Newport, and it was like dress, shirt, pants, shirt, dress. So next thing I know, I have like 30 dresses, 4 pairs of pants. But if I actually did outfits like Sam did, it would probably be so much more efficient, but I don't. And I thought it was a garment suitcase, but it's not. So now it's just this really awkward, very nice luggage bag that was probably very expensive, but it is so not user friendly.
Yeah.
So Sam's been, carrying it. I accidentally left it in her room.
All right, so let's get into the show. So, Chad, how long have you been doing Elvis weddings?
I've been doing Elvis weddings since 2012.
And how'd you get into it?
By another Elvis impersonator. I was performing as Tim McGraw on a show at the Stratosphere for 5 years, and I worked with an Elvis that did weddings in the daytime. And
Tim McGraw at night?
Yeah. Well, no, he needed a substitute for his Elvis weddings when he had to leave town for a week. I had never done Elvis in my life, but I've always done impressions. So he asked me to fill in for him doing Elvis weddings. I had no wardrobe, nothing. I just slicked my hair back and wore black, and
it worked out.
I made a good amount of extra money that week. So I said, hey, I kind of like this thing.
Yeah.
So I started working for wedding chapels, and now my wife and I own our own here in Vegas.
Wow.
That is awesome. Awesome.
Twist of fate.
everything happens for a reason. I say that all the time.
Yeah, happy accident.
I actually like that. I might copy that now.
The happy accident?
I stole it.
All right, so I know you guys were talking a little bit before the show, but we stopped you, Chad, because we wanted to hear it on air. So can you tell us a crazy story about weddings?
Absolutely. I married a gentleman. This is just one of the many. It's in Las Vegas, so I see crazy stuff on a daily. But this one took the cake for me. There was a young man who got married. He had a very, very attractive fiance. She looked like she was way out of his league. I've done so many of these things. It's kind of bad to say this, but sometimes you just feel
you get the vibe.
Yeah, you just feel like these people don't have a prayer.
Did she look nervous?
She did look nervous a bit, but I said she was kind of wild. So I'm like, this guy's going to have his hands full. Sure enough, he called me Monday morning. They got married on a Friday. He says, hey, don't file my marriage license. I said, what do you mean? He goes, my wife already left me with her ex as soon as we got back to Texas. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Once I say I do, I have your papers in my hand. They're going downtown.
Yeah, sometimes what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas until it doesn't.
Yeah, when it comes to weddings, absolutely.
And that's where, for everyone listening, you can call our friends at the Canaan Law Group and the Naimi Law Group, and you can go get the divorce.
Yeah.
But like Chad said, once you sign on that dotted line, you got to turn him in.
That's right. You have to look at an annulment then.
Yeah.
We had some previous guests at our show that talked about Vegas annulments and how popular they are here.
We should have weddings in the front and annulments in the back.
You do.
That's a business plan.
A drive-through annulment.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that'd be genius. All right, now out of all you've been doing weddings now for 13 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us the craziest one you've ever done.
The craziest one was actually more recent. In the past 3 months, a guy lost a bet with his frat buddies or something, and he literally had to marry a blow-up doll in front of all of his favorite buddies. So there was an inflatable doll there, and he said the vows, everything, took pictures. Yeah, I think she was even along for the bachelor party the night before. So yeah, crazy. I also married a guy to his cell phone once. A guy married his cell phone.
Was he by himself, or was this also a bet?
No, he was by himself, but he was doing it more for promo for his channel or whatever, But my coolest wedding stories, I have to brag on this because it blew me away. Everybody wears costumes in Vegas. You have people just show up wearing random costumes, for no occasion. This guy walks in the wedding chapel one day when I was working at my competitors, and he's dressed like Slash from Guns N' Roses. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Look at this guy. It was Slash.
I was just going to say, it's Slash.
And his brother was getting married, and I was performing as Elvis, and I was this close to Slash while I was singing. I was just terrified, shaking.
Yeah.
When it was all said and done, though, he gave me a fist bump and told me I was awesome, and not so nice words, but
that's awesome.
Gave me a big compliment. So.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool.
I think Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian did one of these here.
They did.
I think I saw it on a documentary.
Yeah, we missed the call because there was one chapel that was open late, and they got the business.
Oh wow, because it was quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. Have you ever married an Elvis?
Married an Elvis to another gal,
or just your Elvis marrying an Elvis?
Yeah, I mean they rent the costumes on the we rent costumes at the chapel, Elvis and Marilyn costumes. So yes, I've done several where there's been several Elvises, mini Elvises.
Mini Elvis.
Yeah, someone brought their baby in a jumpsuit. It was the cutest thing.
That is so cute.
Little girl, she had little pigtails and wearing a jumpsuit. It was the cutest.
Oh, that is
very
cute.
adorable.
You just gave me a Halloween idea for next year, 2024.
There we go. I did have a couple 3 days ago bring in some goats. They said in some cultures it's good luck to bring goats to weddings. So I thought they were doing it as a joke. They were serious.
Kristen, I think we thought we had an interesting business, but I think you might have us beat.
It is never boring.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. So now the guy that married the blow-up doll, that's probably the safest way to do it because you don't have to turn in a license for that, I'm assuming?
Yeah, we do fun, commitment, and just pretend ceremonies.
See, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Just for pretend.
Yeah,
and
you don't tell your guests that either, so they think you could do something wild and crazy, but it's just for fun.
Yeah, we do a lot of those, believe it or not.
Wow.
We also do pretend wedding photographs where you can just come in and take pictures at the chapel and with veils and
Get
flowers.
some 90-day fiancé.
No, you freak out your family and friends on social media. It's very popular. It's a
good April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
Wow, that is funny.
Bye, babe. Post a picture of me.
What happens in Vegas
Stays in Vegas. Oh, okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. So we know that you've been on like Impractical Jokers and Ellen. Tell us about that because you have a very vibrant personality. I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I find I've been doing this so long now that I slip in and out of character quite often. So forgive me.
You'll be sitting at
if I
dinner.
make myself dress as Elvis every now and then, Lord forbid. But Ellen was a really cool thing. That's when I also worked at the first chapel that I ever worked at, and I never knew I was going to encounter it on a day-to-day basis. I had no notice. Like, oh, today Ellen's people are here. I'm like, oh, thanks, cool.
Wow.
So I'm doing a drive-through wedding, and Kevin Nealon from Saturday Night Live, he was doing the skit with me. So his job was to tap out Elvis in the middle of the wedding. So, oh, Elvis, I got this.
Yeah.
So all I did was go, oh, hi, man, and then walked off. So I had literally maybe 2 seconds on screen for Ellen. But
Hey, 15 seconds
it's on
of
my
fame.
resume.
Exactly.
Yep, you got it. You got
Impractical
it.
Jokers was really cool because I've always been a really big fan of the show and was beforehand. And when I got the call to do that thing, I was really super excited about it. I couldn't believe I got paid for that one because I would have done it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a fake wedding at the top of the Stratosphere. At the time, they had a show called Pin Up with a former playmate.
Yeah.
And so, one of the guys, I think, what's his name? Is it Q? What's that guy's name? I don't know. One of the guys on the show did a fake wedding with her, and of course, Elvis officiated it. So it was really cool to get to work with those guys after being such a big fan. I don't fanboy over many people, but that was a big moment for me. I loved it.
That is cool. How many weddings do you do a week?
On average, we probably do at our place about 40 to 50, which is relatively slow. Some of my competitors do 10, 15 a day. But we're happy right where we are. We're a family-run operation.
And what's the cost for? I mean, I'm sure you have different packages.
Yeah, entry-level Elvis wedding is about $150 plus a donation officiant fee for your Elvis or your minister, whoever that is. So about $200 you can do an Elvis wedding in Vegas.
Okay, then what's with all the hoopla? What's like that cost?
What's the VIP Elvis
The VIP
package?
is called the Ultimate Elvis Package, and it is $777. And you get everything. You get round-trip limousine. You get tons of photographs, video. You can free live stream. Champagne, of course, in an autographed photograph of yours truly.
And how long does a wedding take?
My ceremonies are really short. After all these years, I've cut them down. My ceremony is 7 minutes long.
Flat.
Yeah, pretty much. Almost a minute. I have to stretch it sometimes. You can notice I talk kind of quickly. I'm a country boy.
We talk quick too.
Yeah.
So.
I'm a country boy, so there's not many country boy Elvises in Vegas, so I'm not faking it, So I kind of talk fast, like Boomhauer on the King of the Hill.
Yeah.
But my sermon was about 7 minutes long, including photographs and checking in. You'll be with us about 30 minutes total at the chapel.
Well, $200 for 20 minutes. That's
that's a steal.
Pretty good job there.
So,
And how many Elvises do you have working for you?
we have if I'm not doing, we have 3 or 4 other guys, really good other Elvis ministers that fill in for me when I'm out. I try and do all of them. I've worked really hard to get where I am with being as busy as I am.
Yeah.
And I like to do all I can until I just can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm a workaholic now.
Yeah.
I went from a lazy musician to a workaholic.
It happens. It happens.
All right. So when you decided, hey, I'm going to go all in and I'm going to be Elvis, did you just go start researching songs? Like, how did you get yourself into character?
I actually did a lot of studying of other Elvis impersonators that I thought were good.
Yeah.
Because that's what I really had to do, because nobody's ever going to look exactly like Elvis but Elvis. He was a pretty man, So all you can do is buy the best costumes, the best wigs you can. And so I actually found a couple of Elvis tribute artists, they're called, that I admired, and I tried to emulate them and saw what they did that worked that I liked and didn't like. So
Wow.
I didn't do a tremendous amount of studying. I've done impressions since I was a kid. I love changing my voice. I wish it was all about the voice. I wouldn't have to wear this costume every day to work. But
Hey, I think it's pretty cool that you get to dress up like Elvis.
dress up like my hero every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was never planned, but I had an outfit when I was a child I would put on for company when they'd come over to the house that I called my Elvis outfit. It was just a studded jean jacket and jeans,
Yeah.
I never planned on dressing up as Elvis when I became a grown-up, but I would put it on for company, sneak out when company would get there and come out, and I would sing for everybody, and they would laugh and throw little coins in my little tip jar.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your favorite Elvis song?
It's a song called Love Me. It's my favorite love song of all time. Treat me like a fool.
Oh, I know that
Yeah.
one.
Treat me mean and cruel, but love me.
Love it.
I love it. I could even picture the scene that song that came on in that Elvis and Me. It was
Yeah,
when he was
I love that
leaving
song.
Germany and going back to
Yeah.
the U.S.
Nice taste.
All right, so why should everyone get married at your chapel?
Have you seen this lately? No, I'm kidding. I love what I do. You know, we don't treat our customers like a number. I go all out, and I try and be as authentic as I can for the amount of time I'm given to get ready. I can't do full makeup and stuff like that before every wedding. These sunglasses come in very handy.
Yeah.
I don't have to do eye makeup or wear blue contacts because my eyes are brown. But you get honesty with us. Nobody's a number. Every single couple I've ever married has a unique story that's only unique to their lives. I like to hear about that before the ceremony so I can customize their ceremony to their life and mention their kids, mention their history, where they met, things like that. So it's not factory work.
Is that in the 7 minutes?
Yes, I will greet them before the wedding starts.
Yeah.
So I get a little info. They'll give me a Post-it note with how many years they've been married,
There
so
you
I can
go.
walk
There
out
you
and
go.
have a little bit of a heads up, how to pronounce their names, things like that.
Have you ever had anyone start to get married and not go through with it?
I did one time. The ceremony had not started, of course, though. But the bride, she left. She went out the front door.
Literally a runaway bride.
Yeah, she didn't want to get married without her parents' permission or knowledge. She just chickened out at the last minute.
That would have been me.
Yeah.
That would have been me.
I could see that. You roll up and then last
Like
second
it's all
you're
fun and games
"Uh-oh."
after a couple drinks at the casino, and then whoa.
One of the first weddings I did in our current location is we're not allowed to marry people that are drunk, by the way, people.
Like how
that's
drunk
in the movies.
though? Is there like?
Yeah, well, if they are inebriated and have no idea kind of what's going on, then you got to call it right there.
But
You can lose
buzzed?
your license. Buzzed, I mean, it's up to your discretion as a minister, but you can lose your license if you knowingly marry someone who is really drunk. This guy fooled me. I just thought he was kind of slow and quiet. But they're at the altar holding hands, about to do their vows, and he literally goes like this, walks over to a plant next to my podium, and threw up in the podium, in the plant.
I thought you were
next
going to say
me.
uses the restroom.
No, not that bad, but he threw up in the podium. He's on his hands and knees going, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, baby. And then after that, he gets up, wipes his mouth, and goes
I'm
back
ready.
and continues the ceremony.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's commitment right there.
That poor bride, man.
And you called
Did he-
that one?
Huh?
You called that one off?
No, I had to go through it. We were already in the middle of it.
Oh.
Yeah. Did he clean up his mess?
I don't remember, believe it or not. I'm just like, I did a quick photograph. I'm like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be the Elvis maid today.
All right. So who was what's your favorite wedding story?
I pretty much already shared that one with you. My favorite wedding story was the one where Slash walks in. I thought it was
Yeah.
a guy
That's fair.
dressed up. I couldn't.
That's hard to beat.
Meeting my rock and roll, legend like Slash, it's hard to top that.
Yeah.
So
No,
I'm
what
sorry.
what did your wedding look like now? Like,
My personal wedding.
yeah, your personal wedding.
My wife and I got married at a really, really nice place here in town, outdoors.
So no Elvis?
No, I made sure of that. I got to dress up like myself for a wedding for once. We had a really, really nice wedding with close family and friends. Yeah, I got to dress up like me for a wedding, which is really weird.
And Chad has a almost brand new, beautiful baby girl, right?
Yes,
And
Truly Grace is her name.
Truly Grace.
Oh.
My daughter's name is Riley Grace.
Oh, beautiful. My mother's name was Grace, so we had to incorporate that somehow.
It's just it's a good middle name, and I always try to remind everyone to give yourself grace. So it's kind of like a constant.
It's a good Christian name.
Yeah. So what do you recommend in Vegas? Like for us, we're out of like the club phase. I've been out of that for a long time,
Yep.
and we're kind of at like the good dining. But like Sam's got a wild side. I got to tame her sometimes.
Really?
So
No.
so what?
Maybe a tequila shot in the corner or two, but that's it.
In the corner, huh? I tend to believe this one over here. So you're talking about recommendation for folks to do
Yeah,
in
like
Vegas?
what should we do? I mean, other than come to you, because that'll be on our next to-do list.
By the way, the official name of our company, in case anyone wants to come and see
Yes.
yours truly and get married, we also do vow renewals. The name of the company is Las Vegas Elvis Wedding Chapel.com.
Okay, my husband and I are coming up on 15 years pretty soon.
All
so,
right.
maybe we'll come see you, Chad.
Is he still your hunk of burning love?
Most days, but I think I always joke with my husband, as long as we love each other 4 of the 7 days, we're killing it, because
what? I'm going to tell my wife that when I get out of here.
Yeah.
because
exactly.
there's days where I'm going to be cranky or he's going to not be feeling me. And then obviously I am just not a people person some days. But, I say, hey, as long as we're 60%, we're killing it.
Yeah.
So I try to just remember that.
Yeah.
But no, we've been together, gosh, my first year of law school, and had 3 kids and careers. It's been a long time.
And you still love each
Our
other.
anniversary is actually in a couple days.
All right.
And so as you're talking, I'm like, he would lose his you know what if I said, hey, let's go to Vegas and have Elvis
You should.
renew our vows.
Now you've said it on the air. Now you have to.
I
do
know.
it.
He's going to listen to this too. And he's going to be like, that is so not my wife.
Happy anniversary, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you record that on my phone so I can send it to him?
But if anyone who is coming to town, and you might be somewhat in our little, when you're out of your 20s, your wild, crazy party phase, you don't want to do nightclubs, I'd say definitely go check out Fremont Street.
Oh, I love
It's
Fremont.
free entertainment everywhere.
Best people watching in the world.
Yeah, it is the best people watching on the planet for sure. Lots of great bands playing there for free all night long. It's less of a walk between casinos. You can change environments really quickly without having to walk 10 miles to change from the other end of the strip. There's a lot of walking.
Didn't we do that? What was the?
Oh yes,
in the
we
air?
did. Yes, we did like an adventure day.
The zip line?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did the zip
Oh,
line.
that's the coolest.
I
I've
have
done.
never felt more like an orca whale in my life. Let me tell you.
Oh, you the one where you lay down?
Yeah, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
all of a sudden you feel like you're like this beached whale, and then you're laying down, and they put the thing around you and just lift you up in
It
the
does. It
air.
reminds you like the sharks and the stuff and the tunas that you see on other
Yeah.
reality shows. It's fun though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fun.
It was
fun.
super fun, and we came kind of like. And it was like a year after COVID, so it was just Vegas was just opening
Yeah.
up, so it wasn't super crowded. No, my favorite are the people even on the Strip or the Fremont Street, where I'm always here for soccer quite often, and I'm walking my 2-year-old, and he sees one of the Ninja Turtles or superheroes, and he's at that where he doesn't want to go near, he wants to be far, so they all come up and they want pictures. So he's screaming, flailing, and they're trying to get a picture, and then I'm like, oh, thanks guys, and they're like, oh, money. And so I give him a 10, and I'm like, my kid isn't even looking at any of these pictures, and he's like, 20 more.
What?
And I'm like, $30 donation for a kid that's like, I didn't even want this picture? But,
Donation's
I
not
did
supposed
it.
to have a set amount, is
I
it?
know, I
Yeah.
did it. I'm a sucker. And they're still on my phone, so I was actually trying to, when you have 20,000, you're like, I gotta delete some of these.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
was laughing hysterically because Hudson is literally screaming, pushing him, and they're all surrounding me. And I was like, this is pretty
I'm
funny.
never watching Ninja Turtles again after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all missing like costume pieces too. So it was a very random group of superheroes.
Wow. Yeah, there's some fun stuff in Vegas.
All right, what's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant is probably Capo's. It's an Italian. Have you ever been? It's an Italian mob-themed restaurant off the strip. They even have like a back door. You have to know the secret passcode supposedly to get in. The food is spectacular. It's
What's
nice.
the secret passcode?
They just ask you that,
Oh, gotcha.
It's a role-playing thing, No matter what you say is the passcode is correct, and they let you
I was
in.
going to give my pin.
I don't want to give it all away, but there's like a secret entrance. You go around back, and the entrance is not the door you're looking at. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Okay, we need to go there
It's
on our next
fantastic.
trip.
Yeah.
It's nice and dark in there. The booths have all that red color like old mob days, and they have a great talent, and they're singing,
Capos.
crooners and stuff. Capos.
All right,
It's
I'm writing that
fantastic.
down. That sounds like right up our alley.
I would go once a month. I love it that much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to check that out.
Do you go in costume?
Full costume. They give me everything free.
You
all
probably
night
get
long.
donations. Like
Yeah, do you
people
ever-
are trying to take your
Yeah, I
picture.
say 20 more.
Do you,
20 more.
Cough it up.
20 more. So do you ever wear your Elvis outfit just for fun?
I don't because believe it or not, it's been really good to me, but it's not fun for me.
It's now a
This is
job.
like if the guy that works at a fast food restaurant
Takes
his
it off the
uniform,
second he gets
This
home.
is my uniform.
Yeah.
I'm much more comfortable in my ball cap and flip flops.
That's how we
That's
are with
fair.
suits.
Yeah.
Hence, I've been in a suit all day. It was like time for the hoodie and
Yeah,
sneakers.
you notice
Yeah.
I didn't come here dressed today. I don't ever wear my costume driving around town. So then somebody can go, hey,
Because
it's
you don't-
Elvis.
Yeah.
It's
I would say
Elvis,
that wouldn't
Elvis
be
in a
that-
Ford Explorer next to me.
That wouldn't be that uncommon in Vegas.
It's not uncommon, but I'm just one of those guys. I do lots of different characters, so
Okay, what's your second favorite character?
I also started doing Luke Bryan a few years ago.
Oh, cool.
I've done a lot of shows as Luke Bryan. It's a really fun character.
Okay, we got to have him. Yeah, if you're ever in Orange County too, when we film,
Yeah.
we'll have you on there.
I'd
But
love to. I played a lot of county fairs in California this year and last year.
Oh, cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
Very fun character.
Super fun. Okay, so out of all of the people you married, do you keep track? Like, do you keep tabs on it? Does anyone send you, hey, we made it to a year? Do you get any updates?
Every now and then I'll get a nice card from somebody that says how wonderful an experience they had. I've even had couples send me gift cards later after they tipped me very well to do their wedding. And to send me a card with something
Yeah.
else additional, it's I'm pretty sensitive. pretty sensitive man. So I still get choked up. If people's stories catch me the right way, I'll cry in the middle of ceremonies. Especially vow renewals, when a couple's been married for 50 years, they're front of you. You can only imagine what they've been through. I'm getting choked up right now talking about it.
Yeah,
it's really cool. So these come in very handy because I'll fog them up and get teary-eyed. At least once every couple weeks, I'll cry during someone's wedding while I'm marrying them.
When you know that the right people are doing it for the right reasons.
Well, we love love. We really do.
We do. And
I've heard that.
We see a lot of. But it's been our mission, Sam and I, for the last 3 years. My parents have been together. How old am I? I'm 40. I'll be 43. So my parents have been married 43 years. And, Sam is super close with both her parents, but she grew up where her parents got divorced, but they both have significant others. And so she gets the best of both worlds. And I think her parents did it right. And, but we have made it our mission to try to not make it such a bad thing. If you do it, if it's for the right reasons and your marriage just doesn't work, then do it in a way that you move on to the next phase of your life, but that your kids are not traumatized from the experience.
Absolutely.
And don't get married just to get married. Like, if people really knew how much work goes into marriage,
right?
And I tell people, anyone. I tell my brothers. One of my brothers just got married, so I have one brother left. But they only see, if you just look at social media and you look at how much fun couples have traveling and vacation, that is so not real life. And until you really, you understands the challenges and obstacles. I look at what my husband and I have been through for over 15 years. I was literally a starving law student living off student loans, which I'm now paying for because we're on the, Sam taught me that our student loans are just a mortgage on our life.
It's a mortgage on your brain. You just I just rebranded it to make myself feel better.
When you're in law school and you're like, hey, I'm going to go buy these $400 jeans because I have student loan money. You don't think of that stuff when you're 23, 24. Yeah. But it's like, I look back at where we were and I look at like how much we've gone through together. You have to really be in it to win it for the marriage to work. And I still think that marriage is an amazing and a beautiful thing. And when it's done right and you have Elvis marrying you, it's even special. But it's okay for it not to not work anymore either. It's just how you choose to go to that next phase. And I think that with the newer generation, I think we're going to see a lot more people not getting married. I
believe that. I see it already.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see a lot more just celebration and non-committal ceremonies.
Commitment ceremonies are great.
Yeah.
They're not legal. You can still get or have a romantic feeling about it, maybe get a practice run.
Yeah.
And then, you might even try it out as a practice run in your relationship. Maybe you can act like you're married because you did a commitment ceremony without the...
I actually think it's genius.
It's a really good idea,
Yeah, it's very popular
Let's try it out. It's like having a puppy. Can I do this?
Yeah. All right, Chad, so how far in advance do people need to call you to get married?
They can actually call. If they call me this morning, they can be married within a couple hours.
Wow.
We don't actually have, contrary to popular belief, Elvis is not in the back of these wedding chapels in an easy chair, dressed up, waiting for you to walk in. and pick what costume you want to wear, like a cheeseburger. I want the white jumpsuit. I want the leathers. Is Elvis isn't here? No, it's not here. We're human beings, There's a, human element to it. So not much advance. A couple hours is usually plenty for us and most other chapels in Vegas, but we hope you call us.
Do you have a number for our listeners'
website?
Our number is 702-221-LOVE.
I love it. And for anyone listening, if you're going to go back and watch it, I think this is a great show to watch. You got to see Chad in his Elvis costume. It is pretty awesome. But we will post all of the contact information on our website as well. On custodyqueensonair.com, you can find all of the information about the Las Vegas Wedding Chapel. And you can always call us at 1-800-419-7772. That's 1-800-419-7772. So you can actually get married by Chad, and hopefully you don't need the queens later down the road. But we can always give you recommendations and referrals for other people. All right, and remember, let love rule.